so much.
Very good.
The athletic department and lacrosse coaching staff would like to honor and recognize our 3 seniors, Dom Butera, Keenan O'Gorman, and Josh Hewitt. Our first senior is defenseman Dom Butera. Dom is from Hamburg, New York, and graduated from St. Francis High School. While at St. Francis, he was All-Catholic League, All-Star in lacrosse, and state champion runner-up in football. He continued his lacrosse career at Genesee Community College, where his team was 2-time Region 3 champions and lost in the national semifinals his freshman year. Dom is also a very dedicated student athlete and has maintained his place on the SUNYAC Commissioners list throughout his time at Potsdam. Thank you, Dom, for your hard work and dedication to the Potsdam lacrosse program. Our second senior is Captain Keenan O'Gorman. Keenan is from Potsdam, New York, and graduated from Potsdam High School. Keenan was a 2-sport athlete in high school, captain of multiple teams, and received all-Northern recognition in both hockey and lacrosse. He first started his lacrosse career at SUNY Oswego, but transferred back to his hometown to play for Potsdam the remainder of his career. Keenan is also a very dedicated student athlete and has maintained his place on the SUNYAC Commissioners list throughout his time at Potsdam. Thank you, Keenan, for your hard work and dedication to the Potsdam lacrosse program. Our third senior is 3-time captain Josh Hewitt. Josh is from Lisbon, New York, and graduated from Canton High School. Josh was a high school All-American in lacrosse his senior year, along with being a 2-time first-team All-Northern selection in both soccer and lacrosse, as well as captain for the soccer, hockey, and lacrosse. Josh has been a 5-year impact player for the Bears and has started every game of his career. He currently sits in 5th place in career scoring with 96 goals and 62 assists for 158 points. He has already been named a 2-time first-team SUNYAC All-Star, gaining the most votes in the conference both his sophomore and junior season. He has been named the team's offensive MVP and team MVP twice in his career and was also the SUNY Potsdam Athlete of the Year at the conclusion of his junior season. Josh also received the Maxi Molnar Award last year, which is given to the top male-female senior student athlete at SUNY Potsdam. Thank you, Josh, for your hard work and dedication to the Potsdam lacrosse program. Here are the starters for Oneonta. Number 6, Logan Michelson. Number 9, Timothy Shanley. Number 19, Ryan McDevitt. Number 21, Dean Cannon. Number 29, Christopher Trudeau. Number 37, Luke Maslin. Number 40, Christian Moreno. Number 45, Achille Abate. And number 55, Ryan Steve. In goal for the Oneonta Red Dragons is number 27, Jordan Burson. Oneonta is coached by Pete Owens, assisted by John Holland. And for the Bears, on attack, a freshman, number 5, Kobe Cree. A senior, number 28, Keenan O'Gorman. A junior, number 6, Cameron Talcott. At midfield, a junior, number 22, Henry Reber. A sophomore, number 21, Peyton Walsh. A senior, number 11, Josh Hewitt. On defense, a senior, number 2, Dom Butera. A junior, number 10, Trent Woodruff. Good afternoon and welcome to today's matchup between the Red Dragons of Oneonta and Potsdam SUNY Bears. This is a pivotal matchup today. Oneonta has secured a spot in the playoffs. Right now, Potsdam's not only fighting for a spot for the playoffs, but possibly a home match. Last time these two met, it was decided by 3 goals. And on the face-off, ball still down on the ground. It is kicked forward, still on the ground. Oh, 2 great checks, 2 Oneonta players down. Potsdam comes up with it. That was Brandon Smith. He throws off to Josh Hewitt. Josh Hewitt sending out to the middle of the field. Hands over to Henry Reber. Reber at the point. Looks over to O'Gorman. O'Gorman holds up, throws it to Reber. Reber down to Cree. Cree to Hewitt. Tosses back, comes back to Reber. Now they're going on the setup. This was one of the keys to their success on Monday night against Clarkson. They took time setting up their offense, waiting till late in the shot clock taking their shots, and it paid dividends. On the far side of the field, the ball now. Throws back to Cree. Cree to Reber. And Cree, off the crossbar. Ball will stay with Potsdam. He was open, he just shot a little high. With the ball, Alex Burley. Burley down to Talcott, Talcott to Cree. Cree comes back to the point to Reber. Reber to O'Gorman, O'Gorman to Hewitt. Burley back to Hewitt. Hewitt on the attack now. Hewitt draws the defenders, and first goal scored by Potsdam by number 43, Alex Burley, assisted by Josh Hewitt. That's a Potsdam goal scored by number 43, Alex Burley, assisted by number 11, Josh Hewitt. Potsdam on the board first. They waited late into the shot clock. This will be the key to their success for today, not rushing. On the draw, Oneonta pops up with it. That's Timothy Shanley. Shot wide. Oneonta quickly picks up, goes back for the attack. Maslin, he tosses over to McDevitt. McDevitt to Guest. Gallagher right now, Cannon, he's on the attack, dishes off to his teammate. Cannon back with the ball, back to Gallagher. Gallagher gets a screen, starts to roll left, and takes a wild shot. Hits a Potsdam player, ball's down, and Potsdam going on the clear. Clear is good. Potsdam still on the attack. That's Woodrow. Woodrow looks down. Saved by the Red Dragons goalie. That was Talcott with that shot. Talcott keeps it, throws it over to Hewitt. Hewitt circling around back of the net. Sees Cree. Cree starts to make a move towards the top, clearing up space. He tosses it over to Miller. Miller to O'Gorman, back to Miller, back to Hewitt, back to Miller, back to O'Gorman. Ball's near side of the field, all the way in the back, towards the back of the net now, back to Miller. Miller backs to the top to Cree. Cree over to Talcott. Talcott swings the ball around. Miller thought about it, pulls away. O'Gorman all the way to Walsh. Walsh back to O'Gorman. He tosses it over to Miller. Miller back to Hewitt. Hewitt going with his patented spin move. Pulls into the corner on the left. Keeps. Throws to Miller. Miller's wide open and it's blocked. And ball's out of play, goes to Oneonta. The defenseman from Oneonta, Ryan Stevie, does a good job. Ryan Stevie, no, it is Ryan Stevie. Does a good job of blocking off Hewitt, earns them back the ball. Currently coming back across the field, that's Guest. Guest has it, he sees some resistance, ball's knocked out. He falls on top of it, now we got multiple players down, but Oneonta pops up with the ball. That's McDevitt. Ball's on the far side of the field with Guinto. Guinto Hands back to Faye. Faye goes back in towards the back of the net. With the ball right now, Cannon. Cannon's coming around, near side. Catches Faye. Faye back to the top. Throws to Gallagher. Gallagher tosses the ball away, and SUNY Potsdam will pick it up. Fuchs with the ball currently. He looks crossfield. He finds Butera. Butera slows it up. Throws back to Fuchs. Fuchs comes crossfield to Woodrow. Woodrow. Back to Fuchs. Last game, Fuchs ran it all the way down for an assist. He sees his man. He sees Burley. Burley going in. Oh, great save by Oneonta. That was a great save. Burley had a nice wide open net, and the Oneonta goalie made a great save. Hewitt with the ball, back of the net. He throws to the top to Reber. Reber back to Cree. Cree to Reber. Reber to Hewitt. Reber gets the ball back, looking back to Cree. Right now they're just playing a little bit of back and forth catch. Still staying with those three. Now we're switching it up. Goes to Talcott. Talcott goes to the top to Hewitt. Hewitt pulls the ball really quick across to Reber. Reber backs out just a little bit, pulls to Cree. And again, waiting deep into the shot clock. Talcott, he throws off to Walsh. Walsh looks to Hewitt. Hewitt to Reber. Back to Hewitt. Back to Reber. Reber shoots high and right and wide. Potsdam will remain at Talcott's going to pick up the ball. Talcott, far side of the field, right corner. Toss it over to Walsh. Walsh to Burley. Burley to Hewitt. Hewitt to Reber. Back to Hewitt. Hewitt goes on the attack. Pulls in towards the middle. Dishes off to Walsh. To Burley, sorry. Burley shoots low, and Oneonta goalie picks it up. Oneonta on the attack now, trying to go for the clear.
Clear's good.
That's Dominikowski.
21.
He tosses over to Cannon. Cannon pushes down to Maslin. Back to Cannon. Back behind the net. That's McDevitt. McDevitt switching the hand grip.
21. 5.
Throws to Cannon.
13.
Throws to Dinnigan.
5.
Dinnigan back with the ball again. Gives it to Vale. Vale
19.
near side to McDevitt.
5.
Still with the ball at the top at the point.
5. 13.
Cannon pulls to Dinnigan. And turnover Oneonta. Burley pops up with the ball. He dishes off. Got a little bit of a scrum going for it. And they're headed up. That's Woodrow with the ball right now. Woodrow on the attack. He sees Hewitt. Hewitt sees Cree. Oh, and just mishandled. Just turned his head a little bit too quickly. And the ball popped out right to the Oneonta goal.
Oneonta 27.
Currently Ryan Stevie with the ball. He dishes it up to Sam Hayda. And Hayda ends up out of bounds. And Potsdam's got the ball. Hewitt with the ball. Thought about tossing off to Miller. Instead, passes off to Reber. They're going to come down and set up. Cree with the ball to Reber. Reber to Miller. Miller to O'Gorman. O'Gorman down to Talcott. Back to the point. Over to Reber. Miller, he looks at Hewitt. Hewitt, oh, throws it high and over the top. Ball will stay with Potsdam. Cree picks it up. Cree to Reber. Reber to Miller. Miller to O'Gorman. O'Gorman down to Talcott. Back to O'Gorman. Miller now, right wing, far side. O'Gorman playing a little catch. Hewitt with the ball right now. He sees a man behind the net, and it's in. He just snuck it inside. Great goal by Talcott. That was Cam Talcott from Josh Hewitt. 6 from 11. That's a Potsdam goal scored by number 6, Cam Talcott, assisted by number 11, Josh Hewitt.
Sorry, I didn't hear you.
All All right, currently Potsdam leads 2-0 with 7:08 left to play in the first. We're at the face-off right now. They're holding tight. Ball pops out. It is picked up. Nope, it's still not picked up yet. Oneonta manages to grab it.
16.
That's Dominikowski. Dominikowski keeps. He's waiting for his offensive players to come on so he can pull off. Currently with the ball is Faye.
14. 26.
Faye looks to Guest. Guest to Gallagher. Gallagher down low to McDevitt. McDevitt tosses it around to Cannon. Cannon starts to make a move, staying at the back of the net, getting a lot of resistance right now from the Potsdam defense. Looks like he's going to try and spin and shoot, and he pulls away. Pulls out of the restraining box just a bit.
30.
Gallagher with the ball still, near side, loses a wheel, gets back up, retains possession. He tosses out to McDevitt. McDevitt's going crashing. Potsdam, and Fuchs comes up with the save. Fuchs was not fooled for a second there. Kept his net right in front of his stick, actually. Fuchs throws to Darian. Darian looks up to Miller. Miller coming down on the crash. And we got our offensive switch here. Cree down low with the ball. He tosses over to Talcott. Walsh with the ball. Talcott. Cree. Back to Talcott. Back to Cree. Miller to O'Gorman. Back over to Walsh. Walsh pulls it back down to Hewitt. Hewitt goes back to Walsh. Looks up to Talcott. Looks up to Cree. Cree comes across to Miller. Miller goes back to Hewitt. And Hewitt's going to keep and go on the attack. Same thing. He lost a wheel as well, too. Ball comes out. I do believe this grass is just a little bit slippery. As you can see on the far, there is still snow that was just recently cleared off. So it might not be completely dried out. Oneonta right now coming back down with the ball. This is Thomas Faye with the ball. He dishes off. He throws it off to Michelson. Michelson coming down. And he sees his man all the way across. That is Dinnigan. Dinnigan with the ball here at the top. He's looking to enter into the restraining box. Dinnigan still with the ball. He finally dishes off to Cannon. Cannon flashes in, keeps, flashes again. Throws it to McDevitt. McDevitt right now has the ball with Dinnigan. Dinnigan coming around the near side. Throws it back down to McDevitt. McDevitt throws it into Maslin. And kind of a lazy shot off to the left. Oneonta keeps. Maslin with it. He throws to Cannon. Cannon tossed it in again, but we have a illegal screen here, so Potsdam's going to pick up and immediately go with it. Seemed to be some confusion there. Walsh wasn't sure if he was supposed to go with it. Ball coughed out, and then we get a restart here. So Walsh on the way down the field. He tosses over to Reber. He's got Miller trailing him right now. 25. Down to Cree, down to Hewitt. All the way across to Talcott. Burley coming to join him. Burley throws it to Miller. Miller to Reber. Reber to Cree. Reber. Back to Hewitt. Back to Reber, back to Cree. Back to Reber. Back to Cree. These guys are playing after each other. Back to Hewitt. These three really do like to throw it around to themselves. Confuse the defense. Throws it to Talcott. Talcott goes across to Burley. Burley comes back to Hewitt. Hewitt on the right wing. Goes on the attack. Spin move. And shot! That is the patented Josh Hewitt spin move on the ground shot.
25 for them and 1 for us.
That's a Potsdam goal. His third point of the game and his first goal, Josh Hewitt. That was a magnificent goal executed right there by Josh Hewitt. And great thing is he worked himself from the back of the net to the left side, back up to the right wing, and there he is scoring, causing a lot of confusion and a lot of problems right now for this Oneonta defense. Potsdam pops up with it. That's Brandon Smith. Brandon Smith, he dishes off to Talcott. Brandon Smith is going to make his way off so the offense can come on. Talcott will patiently wait. Right now he's joined by Henry Reber, Burley, Hewitt, Miller, and Cree. Miller goes to Reber. Reber down to Cree. Back to Reber right now. They're going to toss around a little bit here at the top. Talcott with it. Back to Burley. Burley toss it over to Miller. Miller to Reber. Back to Miller.
25, 43.
Burley has the ball again. Burley on the far side. Oh,
Turnover 6.
Talcott turned his head a little too quick, and unfortunately that's a turnover for Potsdam. Oneonta about to head downfield on the offensive attack. With the ball right now, Michael Benasuti.
11.
He tosses crossfield to Connor Gallagher, but the ball is picked off and dished out, and it's kicked back to the Oneonta goal.
27, Oneonta.
Moritz has the ball. Moritz comes down, tosses off to his player, to McDevitt. He peels off so the offense can come back on. 37, Maslin with the ball. He gives it to Gallagher. Gallagher Guest over to Fay. Back to Guest. Guest comes down right side, near side, goes back behind the net, tosses it in to Cannon. Cannon comes around left side, getting resistance, and he's met by two defenders and has to pull all the way back to the point. Pulls out of the restraining box, looking to get back into the restraining box. Now he's back in. That's Fay with the ball.
30.
Gallagher has the ball. He thought about shooting, saw space was taken away, backed off. Currently Fay has the ball. Fay's running around right in the middle, and Fay scores. Beats Fuchs just to his left.
0043. Looks like 9 and 1.
Oneonta goal scored by number 14, Thomas Fay. We have 43.4 seconds left to play in the first period. Currently, Potsdam leads 3-1. That was a patient and well-executed goal by the Oneonta, Thomas Fay. He kept it and kept with it and managed to get a nice spin and score. Oneonta comes up with the ball and they throw it away. Great back check with the stick that caused him to toss it away. So Potsdam picks up the ball. They're going to be headed down on the attack. That's Dominic Butera, one of today's seniors. He throws to Miller.
Clear's good.
Miller comes down into the restraining box.
6.
Back to Talcott. Over to Cree. Throws to Reber. Reber to Miller. We got 17 seconds. Back to Reber. Back to Cree. Reber's got it. They're going to set up. They're going to go with something in the last 10 seconds here. Josh Hewitt has it. He's going to go in, spin back right. There we go. Reber. And Reber is wide right, and that is not going to do it for the period yet. We still have 3 seconds to go. Talcott's got to go quick. Talcott picks it up. He tosses over, and Hewitt tries to get the shot off. Ends up peppering the Oneonta player. But we go to the second period
If you think
with Potsdam leading 3-1.
sure, then we do it.
And we're coming back to the action. It's about to start the second quarter here. Potsdam currently leads 3-1. I'd like to send a special hello and shout out to one of my counterparts that I sit across the net from, Ashley Coyle from Oneonta, actually. And Ashley, if you're listening to this game, congratulations on your wedding and your marriage, and my best to you. All right, we're about to come in here to the face-off. This is Brandon Smith facing off against Timothy Shanley. And face-off coming. Shanley's on top of it, and he's going to win it. A little bit of extra action there. Hopefully this doesn't get out of hand. You don't want to see people get ejected, especially in the year that we've all had with COVID. So Oneonta retains possession.
19.
They pull into McDevitt. McDevitt pulls it across to Hayda.
13.
Hayda to Vale. He lets it roll over to Dinnigan. Dinnigan picks it up. Throws it back to Hayda. Hayda comes down the right side. Switches hands with the stick. Met by the Potsdam defense. Swings it around to McDevitt. McDevitt to Cannon. Cannon pulls to the top of the net to Dinnigan. Dinnigan. He pulls it over to Hayda. Hayda. And he shoots, but Ben Fuchs comes up with another great save. Woodrow with the ball right now. Running it upfield. Looking to clear the zone.
10, okay.
Pulls it through, and they clear zone. Ethan Clark with it. Tosses it over to Cree. Cree goes down to Hewitt. Hewitt thought about it too, because he had a bunch of the Oneonta players had their backs to him.
5.
Oneonta throws to Cree. Cree comes to Miller.
5.
Miller to Reber.
22.
He tosses over to Burley. Burley's looking down at Talcott right now. Keeps it. Burley catches Miller. Miller, Hewitt. Hewitt to Cree. And Burley just let that one slip past his stick. Miller picks it up and coughs it up out of his net. Ball popped right out of the pocket. Oneonta picks it up and is now currently on the attack. This is Michelson. He goes back to the middle of the field, tosses it to Moreno, but Moreno could not come up with the ball. Now we got a flag.
Turnover, Oneonta 6. Okay, we have a penalty.
So we got a penalty on Potsdam, and that is Ethan Clark getting 1 minute for a slash. So Oneonta here on the man advantage. Going to try and capitalize in the next 60 seconds. So they start off. That's Cannon. Cannon tosses all the way over to Gallagher. Gallagher back with the ball. He throws over to Maslin. Maslin throws down to Cannon. Cannon, Gallagher. They're setting a bunch of screens here. A lot of movement going, and Fuchs with the great save, and ball stays with Oneonta. Back behind the net with it. Maslin keeps, throws back to the top to Gallagher.
30.
Cannon with the ball. He throws over to McDevitt.
Turnover 13.
And it's a turnover. Potsdam ball. They're giving a lot of resistance, Oneonta is, but Potsdam 6 with it. Buter's got it. He's headed upfield. He's going to get into the zone, and the clear is good. He's going to keep with it, and he's got 3 guys chopping at him, and flag comes out. There will be a penalty. So, with 5 seconds left in the man advantage, Oneonta is going to send one off, and then 5 seconds after that is going to be a man down. So Potsdam here is going to be on the clear man advantage attack.
Slash.
We have a slash to the helmet. He's getting 1 minute. That was Luke Maslin. And restart coming here. Talcott with the ball at the top. He's got Burley on his right. Reber running in. Now Potsdam on the true man advantage. Looking down back behind the net to Miller. Miller pulls the crotch to Hewitt. Hewitt back to Talcott. Talcott to Burley. Throws it to Miller. Miller, Hewitt. Hewitt comes back towards the top. He tosses back to Reber. Reber to Miller. Back to Hewitt. And right in front of the net. And score! Then that's a great score by Peyton Walsh.
11:46.
Looks like that ball came from Josh Hewitt on that pass.
21 from 11. That's what I said, right?
That's a Potsdam goal scored by number 21, Peyton Walsh, assisted by number 11, Josh Hewitt. Josh Hewitt involved in all 4 of the goals for Potsdam right now. Potsdam currently leads 4-1 with 11:46 left to play in the second period. Face-off ensuing. Brandon Smith battling out with the Oneonta player. That's number 25, Matthew Kronk. Potsdam comes up with it. Man advantage is over because we did get that score. Talcott with the ball. He's going to look back behind the net to Cree. Instead he keeps, so we're on the near side in the corner. He throws it to Walsh. Walsh to Miller. Miller to O'Gorman. O'Gorman keeps, throws it back to Walsh. Walsh goes down low to Talcott. Talcott goes crossfield to Miller. Back to O'Gorman. Back to Hewitt. This is where Hewitt's dangerous, is on this right wing. He makes the rush. Ball pops out, pops back in. Hewitt now ends up back with the ball.
28.
O'Gorman takes a stick to the helmet.
11.
Hewitt with the ball. He's got 2 defenders on him. Miller dishes ball into the middle, but it's interrupted. Oneonta picks up the ball. They're headed downfield currently. Oh, there's going to be all kinds of flags on this one.
Clear is good.
Cannon with the ball. We got another extra flag coming.
Okay, that is 37 from 16. Shot.
And shot is good and goal is good. That is number 37, Maslin. And that came from
16.
Jacob Dominikowski. 37 from 16.
Yes.
Oneonta goal scored by number 37, Luke Maslin, assisted by number 16,
Penalties are
Jacob Dominikowski.
face off. Yeah, they may waive them off, but I think we still need to put them in if we get to it.
So the officials having a little bit of a conference out here. There were 15 flags that went out during this play. There's only 3 refs. The score sits right now 4-2 Potsdam. 10:25 left to play.
2 minutes? Yes. Non-releasable.
Okay, we have a timeout here. I will give you what the calls were.
Potsdam 11 at 10:25.
Josh Hewitt is going to serve a 2-minute penalty for
Potsdam 11.
sounds like he got a head check.
Legal body check.
Illegal body check. So Josh Hewitt will serve the 2 minutes on an illegal body check. At their respective benches right now, Oneonta is drawing up the map of what they're going to do offensively here since they're going on the man advantage attack. Berkman probably telling his guys to just bring it down just a little bit and play composed. This is a very important game for Potsdam because Potsdam's looking to get into the playoffs, and then from there it comes down to home field advantage. So right now Potsdam has their work cut out for them. They need to keep their composure. We'll be back. All right, we're getting back to the action here. Oneonta with the man-up advantage currently. We'll go to the face-off. This is Woodrow versus Shanley. And he scoops the ball out in between his legs. Ball pops up. Moreno has the ball. He dishes off to McDevitt. McDevitt tosses to Maslin. Maslin to Vale. Vale back to Maslin. He looks down to McDevitt. McDevitt throws to Gallagher. Gallagher to Cannon. Cannon back to Guest. We're swinging far side of the net right now. Back down low. Gallagher with it to Cannon. Cannon gets the ball back. They're switching it pretty quickly here, and that is goal for Oneonta, number 37, Luke Maslin, with an assist from Connor Gallagher. Oneonta goal scored by number 37, Luke Maslin, assisted by number 30, Connor Gallagher. This game is getting super interesting. It's a one goal lead right now for Potsdam. 9:39 left to play in the second quarter. Face-off coming. And Shanley scoops it between his legs again. Michelson with the ball. He dishes off to McDevitt. Somebody lost a wheel. There's a shoe out there. Or is that a stick? Nope, that's a stick. We got a broken stick. And ball's being kicked around right now. A lot of fight for it. Potsdam comes up with it. And nope, no one's come up with it. Oneonta has it. Oneonta dishes. He throws back over to McDevitt. McDevitt picks it up. Tries to gain a little bit of control. They're trying to clear the stick out of the way. McDevitt throws to the back of the net. This is Gallagher. Gallagher to Cannon. Cannon to Guest. Guest throws over to Vale. Gallagher back with the ball. Cannon has it again. Vale. Vale tosses it to McDevitt. Cannon with it. Cannon throws back to the point. McDevitt with the ball. And shot goes off of the Potsdam player. Oneonta will retain it. That was David Guest who took the shot. Potsdam defenseman stepped in the way, ricocheted off his hip, and went out of bounds. They finally cleared the stick off the field. Connor Gallagher with it. He tosses to the top to Cannon. Cannon pulls to the point. Now we're at even. Both teams. Cannon shot. It's low. Fuchs with the save. Oh, Hewitt made a great move. Hit the ball in between his legs. He's coming all the way downfield. Oh. Cree turned it. No, that was Miller. Miller turned his head a little bit too quick. Ball on the ground, kicked out, and it's scooped up by the Oneonta player. McDevitt has it. Now he's looking down. He's got players on the far side of the field. Potsdam's not recognize it. They're in a bad advantage here. And oh, great save by Fuchs. Great kick save. Benasuti took the shot, had the ball kicked away. Hewitt pops up with the ball. A lot of action going on here quick. Ball's far side, the near side. Hewitt shoots to wide right. Potsdam will remain. Kobe Cree is going to pick up. Restart. Potsdam's offense is going to come on the field. They throw to Talcott. Talcott to Walsh. Walsh looks to Burley. Burley to Miller. They're going to take their time. Burn some time on the shot clock. Ball to Hewitt. Ball to Burley. Swings it around to Walsh. Walsh throws back to Talcott. Gets the ball back. Burley down to Walsh. Walsh to Talcott. Talcott goes around to Cree. Cree looks to Miller. Walsh has it. Burley. And Burley, unfortunately, throws it just out of the reach of Millard. We have a turnover here. Oneonta coming up with the ball. Ryan Stevie with it. He's far side of the field, headed up towards midfield. And he's across.
Quick.
He throws down into the corner to McDevitt.
19, 37, 21.
McDevitt looked at Maslin. Cannon with it.
23.
Hodgins on now. He throws it back to Cannon.
21.
This is Krieg. Krieg back to Hodgson.
19.
McDevitt
23.
back to Hodgson. Hodgins. Excuse me, Hodgins.
21.
Cannon.
37.
Cannon back with the ball.
28. 23. 28. 21.
Oneonta just passing it up here at the top of the point. Switching sides. Throws to McDevitt. McDevitt on the far side.
19, 23, 28, 37.
Hodgins thought about it. Got the pass from Maslin. Maslin drops away. Currently with Hodgins back with the ball. And that looks to be a goal by Dean Cannon from Ryan McDevitt. Oneonta goal scored by number 21, Dean Cannon. Assisted by number 19, Ryan McDevitt. So we sit tied here 4-4. Oneonta with great movement of the ball, took their time working around their offense and managed to squeeze in back and behind the corner. We have the face-off coming here. Ball still in between the two sticks, right in the dead center. Now it's on the ground, being kicked around, and Oneonta comes up with it. McDevitt has it. He's going to wait for all of his offensive players to come onto the field. He tosses off to Fay. Fay at the top gets Cannon. Cannon gets a screen for Fay.
Shot 21, save.
And shot and save. Ben Fuchs comes up with it, looks all the way upfield, finds Josh Hewitt. Hewitt spins, and Josh Hewitt has an open lane towards the net. He's going to draw, probably dish, and Josh Hewitt all by himself. A little bit of action at the end of the play there, but Josh Hewitt, probably just the momentum from him running. Josh Hewitt with another magnificent goal. That's a Potsdam goal scored by number 11, Josh Hewitt. And we're going to go to a timeout here. We'll be back. And we're coming back out after the timeout. 4:26 left to play in this half. Potsdam currently leads 5-4. Josh Hewitt involved in all 5 of Potsdam's goals. He's been very key today for a final senior day in his 5th year. This is a great way for Josh to definitely solidify his career here at Potsdam on the Maxi Turf.
I tried to be here about 11:30.
Headed out for the face-off for Oneonta, number 25, Matthew Kronk. Kronk is is going to face off against number 1 Brandon Smith. Whistle goes, ball still in the middle. Still in the middle, still fighting for it. Ball hasn't popped out of either net. Now ball comes out, and Oneonta comes up with it. That's number 11, Benasuti. Benasuti hands off to Faye. Faye goes down to Cannon. Throws over to Gallagher. Gallagher takes the screen from Cannon, holds it, pulls out to the wing. Cannon on the point, coming in towards the left, holds it. Cannon back with the ball. Cannon still. And that's an Oneonta goal. That's Thomas Faye. Thomas Faye from Cannon. Oneonta goal scored by number 14, Thomas Faye. He's assisted by number 21, Dean Cannon. That was Thomas Faye from Dean Cannon. That was a beautiful goal for Oneonta. Knots it up 5-5. Ball's back in the middle of the field for the face-off. Ball pops out. And Oneonta pops up with it. This is Moreno. Moreno dishes away. He throws off to Michelson. Michelson comes down far side of the field on the right. And he's just going to throw him back towards the back of the net to Maslin. Maslin keeps, come around near side. He dishes off to Hayda. Hayda cross field to Dinnigan. Dinnigan keeps, spin move. Thinks about shooting, almost loses his stick. Throws back to McDevitt. McDevitt over to Cannon. Cannon tosses it over to Hayda. Hayda to Vale. Vale coming in. And ball off the crossbar from Jack Dinnigan. Dinnigan shoots high, ball pops up and out. McDevitt restarts behind the net. McDevitt keeps, he pulls off far side. He swings over to Vale. Vale pulls it over to Hayda. Hayda with it now, trying to work his way down, getting some resistance, and he's down on the ground, almost coughs it up. Dinnigan tosses over to Vale. Vale, and that one also went off the cross. So McDevitt restarts again. He's near side, back in the corner, pulls the ball back up to Hayda. Hayda coughs the ball up, and it's on the ground, picks it back up. Still being chased down by the Potsdam defender. McDevitt with it, swings it over to Cannon. Cannon to McDevitt. McDevitt tries to flash in. He's just on the outside of the crease, and McDevitt scores from the corner. That was well shot. Ryan McDevitt with Oneonta's 6th goal. Oneonta goal scored by number 19, Ryan McDevitt. So with that goal, Oneonta takes the lead, 6-5, 1:37 left to play in the half. Oneonta's taking control in this second quarter of the ball, spent a lot of time in their offensive zone. Ball's kicked, and Potsdam pops up with it. Blaze Benedict throws it downfield, and it is turned over. Oneonta pops back up with it. Hewitt giving a lot of resistance. He tosses back to the goal. That's Jordan Burson. Burson tosses to his defender on the right. Ryan Stevie, he passes off to Thomas Bay. Thomas Bay coming around near side. And Oneonta's going with the timeout. They're to talk things over this last 59 seconds, trying to draw up so they can get extra goal on the board. They'll probably keep for most of this time and then take a shot within the last 5-10 seconds. It's currently 6-5. Oneonta has the lead. We'll be back. So as we come back out, there's 59.6 left to play in the half. Oneonta leads 6-5. Oneonta went up a goal with number 19, Ryan McDevitt, taking the shot. We get the restart here. Cannon with the ball. He comes around to the top. And ball is knocked out, including the stick. Potsdam headed up the field. He catches Tyler. Bryce Tyler looks over to Josh Hewitt. Josh Hewitt pulls in, spin move. They're gonna go on the attack here, but I think that they're gonna hold until the last few seconds in order to catch that shot. Rightfully so. Berkman takes the timeout here. He's gonna talk it over offensively, what his team needs to do so they can get on the board and knot this up as going into the half. I'd like to send a warm shout out to the Maxi staff for working all these athletics games that have been happening. Big shout out to Dan Bronson for allowing us to use all the equipment here and do whatever it is we need to do to be successful. But down in the box to Coach Bechtel and Coach Bruce. Bill Beauchamp has joined them. Got Greg Haney on here on camera. Dan Bronson. We think he's doing statistics. We're not sure, but he is. And Rachel Orzel, who's helping out calling statistics as well, too. For those of you who don't know, I've called the last few games. My name is Coach Stokes. I'm the women's and men's volleyball coach here at SUNY Potsdam. I've been enjoying doing this. I will not give up my day job. But Dan Bronson would like me to give up my day job and this job as well too. So as we come back out, SUNY Potsdam is looking to go on the attack and knot it up and get these things back to 6-6. 31.9 left on the clock. Miller throws it into Reber, gets it back to Miller, going over to Burley. Burley to Talcott, Talcott back to Burley. Burley goes on the attack, looks to Miller. Miller coming into the middle, had to make a jump and grab save. Hewitt with the ball. Hewitt dishes it off to Reber. Shot goes off of the Oneonta player. Oneonta comes up with it. He's going to try and push it up the field. They're not going to have enough time to get a shot off. So we are going to go to the half. Game is currently 6-5 in favor of Oneonta. We'll be back for the start of the third period. And we're coming back to the action. Less than a minute to go in the halftime. Coming out for the third period. Currently, Oneonta leads 6-5. We're having a great senior day performance from number 11, Josh Hewitt, trying to keep his team dreams alive, not just for the playoffs, but also to possibly secure home field advantage. This has been an exciting game, very back and forth. Potsdam controlled much of the first quarter. Oneonta controlled a lot of the second quarter. The penalty that Potsdam took deep into the second period was an unfortunate turn of events because it led to 2 Oneonta goals during and just before the penalty happened. But we're going to get back to the action here. Should be an exciting second half, just as exciting as first half. A lot on the line here for both teams. Oneonta, who's already made the playoffs, is really fighting right now for home field. Potsdam fighting to get into the playoffs and also for the opportunity to host home field.
Yeah, there's Golden State, but I'm not sure exactly which they beat us by 2 in the first game. Okay, so come on.
Yeah, that's a correction I have to make. At the beginning of the game, I said that Oneonta had won by 3. Actually, they only beat Potsdam by 2 down at Oneonta. So here we go with the face-off. And action's on right now. Woodrow fighting for it against Shanley. Shanley just misses it. Potsdam, what do we have here? And ball is going to go direction of Potsdam. Look like they made a traveling call. Oh, no, it'll stay with Oneonta. He pointed in the direction that it was going, but he was just signaling that Oneonta was going to get the ball. So Faye tosses off to Cannon. Cannon's coming around the point right here, coming near side of the field. He dishes back to McDevitt. McDevitt still near side, coming back towards the top. Throws it to Faye. Faye gets a screen from Cannon. Cannon peels away. Faye still at the top. He throws 2. Maslin goes up to Cannon. Cannon down to McDevitt. McDevitt swinging around the crease, pulls away. Cannon from Faye. And that's Gallagher. Gallagher from McDevitt. 30 from 19. Oneonta goal scored by number 30, Connor Gallagher, assisted by number 19, Ryan McDevitt.
So we got 9 and 1.
So with that goal, that puts Oneonta up by 2. Number 30, Connor Gallagher, just rolls it right in the net. Nobody saw him. He snuck right back in. And ball's going to stay with Oneonta. Oneonta going to be here on the attack one more time with a 2-goal lead. Michelson has it. He dishes away to Cannon. Cannon throws it in again. Tosses over to Hayda. Hayda to Cannon. Cannon keeps. Pulls away to Maslin. Maslin throws it all the way across to McDevitt. McDevitt to Hayda. Hayda at the top. Gonna make his move. Gonna get a screen from Cannon. Hayda looks back. Pulls away. Cannon falls out of the field. Coming back towards the middle. Slashing towards the net. And the ball is blocked and picked up by Potsdam. Woodrow spin move, still in the middle of the field with the ball, makes the clear, waiting for the offensive players to come on the takes a mean hit to the head there by the Oneonta player. Jack Dinnigan laid him out. That one looks like he took a chop right in the throat. Both benches pulling back. We got a 2-minute penalty for Jack Dinnigan.
2 minutes.
Jacked in again, serving a 2-minute penalty. Potsdam will go on the man advantage. Picking up the ball is Talcott. Talcott's got Hewitt, Miller, Reber, Walsh, and Burley. Talcott looks over to the far side, pulls around near side right now. Hewitt with the ball. Hewitt throws Burley. Burley flashes at it, throws it all the way across to Reber, and Reber throws it a little high and out of the reach of Miller, and that's a turnover to Oneonta. Oneonta Ryan Stevie picks it up, heading downfield. Hewitt's going to meet him with some resistance. Potsdam would like to keep it on this side of the field, not allow them to get down there because they want to keep on the man advantage. Ryan Stevie with it. Stevie still with the ball. Gets across, he's on the clear. He sends that ball across to Vale. Vale's keeping it. Hayda with the ball right now. Hit a near side, run back down behind the net. Looks to do a spin move, stops. He's looking for his offensive players. You can hear the Oneonta bench yelling, just kill the penalty. They're trying to run the clock as much as they possibly can, get back to even strength here. Reber putting on a lot of pressure to Hayda. Hayda's going to have to go, though. There's 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Hayda tosses back up to the top to Cannon. It does not look like they're even going to try and take the shot. So they go on a penalty kill. Good move by Oneonta here. They've only got 15 seconds left in the penalty. Potsdam's got to hurry up, get the ball down the field in order to keep the man advantage. Fuchs comes down with it. He tosses all the way downfield to just over Hewitt. Cree overruns it, and Oneonta ends up with the ball. That's Ryan Stevie. Ryan Stevie throws crossfield to Burke. Burke coming upfield. Clear is good. Penalty's over. We're back to even strength. Benasuti. He tosses to Gallagher. Gallagher is going to hold and keep right now. He's joined by Fay. Cannon with the ball. He goes around left, spins back around, goes to the top to Fay. Fay's down low, sees McDevitt, and that was David Guess from Ryan McDevitt. And that would put Oneonta up another goal. Scores currently 8-5 Oneonta. Oneonta goal scored by number 26, Gabe Guess, assisted by number 19, Ryan McDevitt. So things are starting to get loud on the Oneonta bench right now. Oneonta comes up with it off the face-off, throws to Cannon. Cannon can't come up with it. Turn over to Potsdam. Potsdam's going to come up the field. Right now, Butera, he's got the ball. He dishes over to Miller. Miller comes up, makes the clear. Clear is good. Potsdam's going to set up. Throws down to Talcott. Potsdam's light one offensive player. Burley comes on. Currently Walsh with it, far side of the field. He throws it to Burley. Burley to Hewitt. Hewitt to Miller. Miller down to Cree. Cree and Miller back to Hewitt. This worked for him in the first quarter. These three playing catch with each other, and then they would score. Miller back to Hewitt. Back to Miller. Back to Cree. Cree looks cross down to Talcott. Talcott looks to the top to Hewitt. Hewitt looks over to Miller. Miller in the middle of the field to Burley. Burley, ball's popped out. However, Miller's gonna, almost comes back up with it. And he's pushed off the ball. Oneonta tosses it back. Oneonta, a long pass up the field to Michelson. Michelson with the ball, far side, meeting resistance by Walsh. Hayda with the ball.
Forced that turnover.
Hayda didn't get in, but the ball's down on the ground, and Potsdam's going to come up with it. They're going to head downfield. This is Clark. Clark has the ball. He dishes off to Miller. Miller all the way across to Hewitt. Hewitt looks into Talcott, and Talcott in the net. Cam Talcott from Josh Hewitt. That's a Potsdam goal scored by number 6, Cam Talcott, assisted by number 11, Josh Hewitt.
So we got 9.
Again, Josh Hewitt on every single goal that Potsdam has scored has been a part of it. That's his 4th assist for the game. Cam Talcott, that's his 2nd goal. Score is currently 8-6, Oneonta. Potsdam's cut it down to 2. Face off ensuing here. This looks to be Garrett Quinn. Nope, that is Blaze Benedict. Throws to Hewitt. Hewitt, oh, and Hewitt scores! Beautiful, magnificent goal coming down. Assisted or no assist? That's going to be an unassisted goal by Josh Hewitt. That's a Potsdam goal, his 3rd of the game, number 11, Josh Hewitt. Josh Hewitt sitting with 7 points in this game currently, 4 assists and 3 goals. We're on the face-off again. That was one of the quickest goals I've seen. Oneonta comes down, 9 shoots, really, really wide, and Maslin will come up with it. He's going to throw back to McDevitt. McDevitt's going with the fast restart. Potsdam sets up defensively quickly. Oneonta doesn't even have all their offensive players on there. They're light. 2, now they come on. Cannon on the far side with the ball. He throws down to Maslin. Maslin back to Cannon. Cannon to the top to Gallagher. Gallagher's going to look at the screen, moves past it, goes on the left, keeps with it. Spins back right, throws to McDevitt. McDevitt, he looks down to Guest. Guest back to McDevitt. McDevitt to Cannon. Cannon tosses to Fay. Fay walking it back up towards the top. Gonna look to Gallagher. Throws to Gallagher.
30. Shot 30 wide.
Gallagher shoots wide. Oneonta will retain it. Maslin comes up with the ball quick. 20 left on the shot clock.
30.
Gallagher holds. Coming left side. Got to shoot. They got 7 seconds on the shot clock. Cannon with the ball. He shoots and Fuchs picks it up. Too easy for Fuchs. We got a whistle here. Looks like one of the Potsdam players has got an injury. Might be blood. So the ref is just slowing it down for a minute. So Potsdam's going to retain possession. Dominic Butera, one of today's seniors. We'll get the restart whistle. And here we go. Back to the action. Butera looks back to Fuchs. Fuchs to Woodrow. Woodrow's going to come up in the clear. He clears. And he throws it just high in an errant pass. Oneonta headed downfield. Benesutti throws over to Cannon. Cannon back to Maslin. Maslin to Dinnigan. Hayda's coming over. He's being signaled to go down. Dinnigan on the left. Pulls back to the right. He's going to shoot. Again, too easy for Fuchs. Fuchs picks that right up.
He didn't drop it at all, did he? They were 10 Potsdam.
Ball currently with Butera. Butera looks upfield. He tosses up Tyler's headed down. He throws to Talcott. Talcott looks to the back of the net. That's Spayman. Spayman back to Talcott. Talcott to Walsh. Walsh got Reber and Miller on the opposite side of the field, near side. Spayman to Talcott. Talcott back to the point. He looks to Walsh. Walsh looks all the way across to Reber. Reber throws down to Miller. And he is picked off. Miller's picked off. Ryan Stevie with his size has been causing some problems down here, picking up the ball. Stevie headed upfield on the near side. And he tosses in. Clear is good by Oneonta. Krieg with the ball, but the ball's turned over, and what do we got here? We got offsides. Ball's picked up immediately by Potsdam. They're headed downfield on the attack. They're going to slow it up just a little bit. Walsh has got the ball. I think Potsdam is right here just to slow it down a little bit. They're down by a goal. Their patience is what's paid off. Spayman to Cree to Talcott. Back to Spayman. Over to Cree. Cree to Reber. Reber to Hewitt. Back to Reber. Back to Hewitt. Hewitt makes his move, heads into the middle of the field, and shoots high and left. Potsdam will retain. Talcott's going to pick up the ball. He's behind the net. He tosses across to Walsh. Walsh goes to Spayman. Spayman back to Hewitt. Hewitt to Reber. Back to Hewitt. Hewitt keeps again. He's met by 4 Oneonta defenders. 5. And Oneonta comes up with it. So he's headed for the clear. This is Moreno. Oneonta dishes off. McDevitt's got the ball. McDevitt back behind net, comes around the crease. Thought about it, pulls back out to the far side, going into the left corner. He's got Gallagher at the point. He's going to dish off to him. Oneonta a little bit overloaded on the far side of the field, just be inside the net. They got a guy sneaking in the back on the post, and I don't think Potsdam sees him. And ball's out, picked up. Butera's got it. Butera has to throw back to Fuchs. Fuchs looks all the way upfield and finds his man. That's Reber. Reber with the ball. Back to Talcott. Talcott to Cree. Cree looks to Hewitt. Hewitt in the middle of the court, into the middle of the field with Reber. Reber, that's okay. Hewitt's there to pick that one up. Back to Reber. And shot by Burley a little bit high. Potsdam will retain it. Cree will go back to the end line, pick it up. Potsdam's going to set up again. He tosses off to Talcott. Talcott to Spayman. O'Gorman had it. Went to Spayman. O'Gorman's going to pick it up. Sorry, that's Burley on the far side. Burley to Talcott to Cree to Reber. Reber mishandles it, and he picks it up. Potsdam regains possession. They got 20 on the shot clock here. Burley with it. Burley catches Talcott. Talcott to Reber. Reber to Hewitt. And Cree. Oh, he fakes low, goes high, and beats the goalie top shelf.
0-2, 18 from 11.
That was Kobe Cree, again from Josh Hewitt. Potsdam goal scored by number 5, Kobe Cree, assisted by Josh Hewitt. That never went, did it? Potsdam goal scored by number 5, Kobe Cree, assisted by number 11, Josh Hewitt. Button got stuck. And we go to the face-off, all knotted up at 8. 2:15 left to play in the third. Ball's kicked backwards. Oneonta comes up with it. Tosses it back to their goalie, Burson. Burson looks upfield. He sends it up to Dominikowski throws it away. Potsdam's going to get great field advantage on this restart. Cree is wasting no time. Headed over to grab the ball. And we got timeout. Potsdam right now with lots of energy, pushing hard in this quarter, and has tied things back up to 8. You never guess. Josh Hewitt involved in all 8 goals. 5 assists and 3 goals. What a great performance out of the senior. And we're back in the action right now. Potsdam's going to retain possession in the offensive zone. Burley headed all the way across to pick up the ball. This game is knotted up 8-8. I wish you could be here to watch it live and in person, because this is one exciting matchup. Things have simmered down a little bit between both teams, and they're not getting chippy with each other. They're actually just letting it happen on the field. So Burley throws down to Talcott. Talcott looks, he keeps, throws to Reber. Reber goes back to Burley. Burley all the way across to Hewitt. Hewitt looks down to Miller, back to Hewitt. Hewitt goes on the attack. He's going to spin move. Nope. Holds it. And there it is. Burley from Hewitt. That ties the career high of points for Josh Hewitt. But let's not take that away from Alex Burley. That was a beautiful goal. Potsdam goal scored by number 43, Alex Burley, assisted by number 11, Josh Hewitt. That ties a career high for Josh Hewitt for total points in a game. He's got 6 assists and 3 goals. One more, and that'll be a career high for him. Oneonta, the ball pops out. They keep possession. Hewitt tried to do a good job taking that away. They push it down. Number right now, Burke has the ball. Burke's getting a lot of resistance. Potsdam playing with a lot more energy here. Really putting a lot of pressure, and they're forcing Oneonta to make mistakes. Hewitt with the ball right now. Quick spoon move. They've got the advantage. Hewitt comes in, gets the screen from Talcott. Rightfully pulls it back, and is going to let the Potsdam offense set up. O'Gorman with the ball right now. He looks down to Cree. Cree looks to the back of the net to Talcott. Talcott dishes all across to Walsh. Cree and Miller are going to switch. Cree comes top. Miller on the left. Hewitt with the ball behind the net. Throws it over to Walsh. Dishes to Talcott. Talcott to Cree. Cree to Miller. Miller down to Hewitt. Hewitt sees Walsh to O'Gorman. Back to Walsh. Throws it into Hewitt. This is where the action is going to happen right now. Here comes Hewitt on the left. Looks at Miller. Miller to the top to Cree. He fakes the shot and save. 2 saves. Talcott tried to beat him low. The save. Then Walsh tried to pick it up and shoot again. Another great save from the Oneonta goalie. Jordan Burson, he did a great job stopping both of those goals there. Talcott at the top to O'Gorman. O'Gorman to Cree. Cree looking across to Miller. Miller down to Hewitt. Hewitt keeps. Pulls back towards the top. He's going to make the switch. Catches an open Walsh on the far side. Walsh flashes. Pulls back to O'Gorman. O'Gorman back to Walsh. Walsh throws in towards the back of the net. Hewitt, he's open. And ball pops straight up. and we will have the end of the third period. And at the end of the third period, Potsdam has regained the lead, is currently leading 9-8. Heading into a pivotal fourth quarter, this is going to be an exciting one.
Yep.
Coming back into this fourth quarter right now. Potsdam leads 9-8. This is a pivotal quarter. Potsdam needs extra goals and the win in order to gain a home field advantage. Oneonta just has to pull the win and they get home field advantage going into the playoffs. If Potsdam were to win here, this locks it up as far as the playoffs going on in the East, and that would be Potsdam and Oneonta both going into the semifinals of the SUNYAC championships. Got to give it up to number 27, Jordan Burson of the Oneonta, the goalkeeper. He has been lights out and has really helped his team stay close. Face-off coming. Ball's popped up, and oh, big check. There's going to be a penalty on this. I believe he's getting it for the hit to the head. That'll be the Potsdam player being sent off. That's Ethan Clark. This will be number 2 for him. Ethan Clark's going to serve 1 minute with the illegal body check. So with that, Oneonta is going to go on the man advantage for 1 minute. McDevitt's going to start off with it. He tosses and gets the ball back. He throws over to Gallagher. Gallagher looks to Maslin. Maslin throws down to Cannon. Cannon back up to Gallagher. Throws to, keeps. Cannon shoots and he scores. Cannon with a beautiful goal, knocks it back up, 9-9. Assisted or not assisted?
I'm giving him the assist.
Who from Gallagher? 30.
He did move a little bit, but I think basically he just swapped up.
Oneonta goal scored by number 21, Dean Cannon, assisted by number 30, Connor Gallagher. So we go back to midfield here. Penalty's been served with that goal. Even strength. So Oneonta is going to get the ball right off the get-go. Referee signaling that Potsdam did something illegal. I got to learn my calls here. McDevitt with the ball. McDevitt's going to keep coming around the back of the net. Maslin clears out. He looks to the top to Fay. Fay goes to Cannon. Cannon gets the screen. He looks low. Throws it into McDevitt. Fay with it now at the top. He tosses off to Cannon. Cannon thinks about it. Holds. He's got McDevitt. And behind the back shot by David Guess over the left shoulder. That was a beautiful goal. 26 from.
Maybe just check that. For some reason I was saying 21. I think it was 19. Face up.
Oneonta goal scored by number 26, David Guest, assisted by number 19, Ryan McDevitt. Got to give it to Oneonta on that. They moved the ball well, got the ball down low, and then David Guess with a beautiful shot right over his left shoulder. Oneonta again comes up with it off the face-off. Currently Michelson with the ball. Michelson passes back to McDevitt. Oneonta leads right now, 10-9. 13:40 left to play in the game. Fay with it. Fay working down low.
14.
And shoots, but so save came. Ball popped out to David Guest. David Guest shot wide left. So now McDevitt with the ball. Comes around the crease, gets a screen from Gallagher, tosses over to Maslin. Maslin to Fay. Fay gets a screen for Cannon. Cannon peels away. Fay keeps, goes far side of the field to McDevitt. McDevitt comes down, hugs the crease, going to come around the circle. Keeps, he's looking for his guy. Oh, ball's popped out. And Maslin pops up with the ball. Maslin to Gallagher. Gallagher makes a wild behind the back shot. If that would have went in, that probably would have sent Oneonta in an uproar. He misses that. McDevitt keeps it. He's at the back of the crease. He's picked up. David Guest back with the ball now. He slips, loses the wheel. Ball's popped out and shoved up. And Oneonta loses possession of the ball. Potsdam putting on great pressure. And a flag for unsportsmanlike for tossing the ball off into the end line.
Is that a penalty? Do we get a penalty?
Luke Maslin,
So we got a penalty.
letting the emotions ride, tosses the ball towards the end line away from the Potsdam player to kill some time. Now he's going to serve a penalty.
What is it?
Unsportsmanlike conduct. He's going to get 30 seconds. So Potsdam has 30 seconds on the man advantage. They're calling it a technical. So Luke Maslin is going to watch as Potsdam's on the man advantage here. Burley looks across to Walsh. Walsh goes back to the net to Cree. Cree spins back around to Reber. Reber top of the point to Burley. Burley looks to Hewitt. They got 13 seconds left in this power, and ball is in. Walsh with the score from Reber. This is the first time Hewitt's not in on the play. Walsh from Reber. That's a Potsdam goal scored by number 21. Peyton Walsh assisted by number 22, Henry Reber. Potsdam takes great advantage of that man advantage, works it quickly in that 30 seconds, manages to draw it even 10-10. Ensuing face-off, ball's popped out by Shanley. Shanley's done a really good job today on the face-offs. He's controlled much of them. McDevitt with the ball, looks back to Maslin. Maslin just got done serving his 30-second penalty. He keeps, and he tries to shoot, goes off the bar. Cannon picks it up, just happens to be in the right space. Gallagher's got the ball. Gallagher tosses over to Fay. Fay looks into McDevitt. McDevitt down to Guest, back to McDevitt, back to Fay. Fay throws it over to Cannon. Cannon tosses back over to Gallagher. Gallagher to Fay. McDevitt all the way across field and goes high. Cannon goes high and scores. That was Dean Cannon from Ryan McDevitt.
21 for 19? Yes. Yep.
Oneonta goal scored by number 21, Dean Cannon, assisted by number 19, Ryan McDevitt. Potsdam's put in a new goal, number 42, Liam O'Neill. With that goal, they go up 1. It is now 11-10, Oneonta. Ball's popped out. Potsdam pops up with it. Ethan Clark. He throws it over to Hewitt. Hewitt's going to hold and wait for all his offensive players to come on. Miller and Reber come on. Miller with the ball currently. Throws it to Reber. Reber's going around far side. Dishes into Hewitt. Hewitt over to Walsh. Hewitt from the right. Looks down low. He's got Reber. Reber tosses it into Miller. Miller back to the point to Walsh. Walsh keeps. Throws it back to Miller. Miller to Reber. And, oh, that was Talcott right off the post. Oneonta's picked it up. Moreno had it. Moreno still has it. He throws back to Burson. Burson cross field to Stevie. Stevie holds. He waits. He finds his man Gallagher. Gallagher is getting a lot of resistance. Then he coughs the ball up. Great defense by Potsdam.
7 turnover. Who went down? 30 was knocked out by 7.
Reber tosses down to Talcott. They're going to patiently set their offense up here. Try to drop it back even. Throws it over to Cree. Cree back to Talcott. Talcott to Burley. Burley crossed to Miller. Going far. Come back near side of the field. Burley. He catches Miller. Miller catches Burley. Back to Miller. Back to Hewitt. Hewitt thought about shooting. Takes it. Gives it to Burley. Burley. And shoots wide right. Potsdam's going to keep it. Talcott with the ball. Talcott looks at Cree. Cree to the top to Reber. Reber to Miller. Back to Reber. Back to Miller. Over to Hewitt. Hewitt in the back down to Talcott. Talcott looks to the top to Miller. Miller to Reber. Ball is deflected and will stay with Potsdam. Cree did a great job trying to get to that. That was deflected off an Oneonta stick, so it will stay with Potsdam. 18 on the shot clock. Cree to Hewitt. Throws it to Burley. Burley mishandles, and ball's going to go out of bounds. Turnover to Oneonta.
Potsdam 43.
Michelson comes up with the ball. They're going to put a lot of pressure on him. They want him to turn it over here so they can go back on the attack. He tosses a pass all the way across field. Pops up, and they still can't come up with it. Potsdam knocks it forward and does go out of bounds to Oneonta. Potsdam putting on a lot of pressure now in their offensive zone. Stevie throws it back to Burson. Burson goes all the way upfield. And Moreno lost a wheel. Managed to come up with it and hold the stick.
That's 37.
Maslin back behind the net. He's going to keep it. Comes around near side. Sees Gallagher. Throws to Gallagher. Oneonta's offensive players coming on the field. Fay with it. Fay keeps on the right. He looks, comes back down around the back of the net. Fay still with it. Looks to spin. Still with the ball. And he shoots high and over. Maslin will restart for Oneonta. 20 seconds left on the shot clock here. 7:53 to play. Oneonta's up 11-10. Maslin with the ball. Comes around near side. Throws it up to the top to Fay. Fay to Gallagher. Gallagher keeps. Stays right. Looks to do a reverse spin move. And he shoots low. Misses. But David Guest picks it up on the shot and manages to beat the goalie. That was number 26, David Guest. That puts Oneonta up 12-10. Goal number 26, David Guest. So this next possession is going to be super key for both teams. Potsdam trying to get back into it. Oneonta trying to step away and create some distance. Scrum happens. And Potsdam comes up with it to Hewitt. Hewitt's got the ball. He comes cross field. He's waiting for all the offensive attackmen to come on. Looks down to Cree. Hewitt to Miller. Over to Burley. Burley to Walsh. Walsh looks down to Talcott. Talcott all the way across to Cree. Cree to Miller. Throws to Cree to Hewitt. To Miller. To the top to Burley. Burley's met by 2 Oneonta players. Ball's out. And is picked back up by Cree. Cree's got it. And that ball's kicked out on him. Talcott also is kicked out. So now Oneonta on the attack. Hewitt tries to stop him. McDevitt with the ball. McDevitt coughs it up. McDevitt crashing at the net. Hewitt gives him resistance. McDevitt's waiting for all his offensive players to come on the net. Dinnigan with the ball. With Vale. Vale pulls the ball all the way back down, back behind the net. He's going to attack at the crease, pulls around, and he shoots wide and right, and Oneonta is going to keep that. Maslin with the ball currently. He throws down to Cannon. 21. Cannon comes around the crease, looks right back to the top to Dinnigan. Dinnigan puts a move on his man. Has nowhere to go but to the back of the net. So he's back behind. He throws over to Vale. Vale's shot and save. Potsdam moving it down the field to Darian. Darian looks up, sees Hewitt. Hewitt comes up with it. Hewitt's not. He stops now and pulls back. He's going to wait for Walsh and for Reber to come on. Throws over to Miller. Miller over to Cree. Cree to Talcott. Talcott to Walsh. Walsh to Hewitt. To Miller. Back to Hewitt. Back to Miller. Back in the back to Talcott. Throws it to Miller. Miller to Hewitt. Hewitt to Reber. Reber puts a move on. Throws to Hewitt. Hewitt and save. Talcott comes up with it. Walsh. And Walsh, he also shoots, and great save by the goal of Oneonta. Talcott will keep it. Jordan Burson denied on that one well. Reber to Hewitt. Hewitt to Miller. Miller back to Hewitt. Back to Reber. Looks to Walsh. Down to Talcott. Back to Walsh. Back to Reber. Walsh. Talcott. Walsh and Talcott. Over to Cree. Over to Miller. Miller and score! Alex Miller puts it in from Kobe Cree.
From 5.
That's a Potsdam goal scored by number 25, Alec Miller, assisted by number 5, Kobe Cree. With that goal from Alec Miller that draws him within 1, is now 11-12. Oneonta is up. 4:09 left to play in the game. Potsdam putting it all on the line right here. Potsdam comes up with it. That's Clark. Clark's got the ball. He looks in. He's got 29. That is popped out. And balls pop back in the air. Potsdam comes up with it. That's number 27, Bryce Tyler.
Who knocked it out?
And it's good. Woodrow has it. That ball's knocked out of his stick. He dishes it over to Hewitt. Hewitt coming in and around. He gets the pick from Talcott. Hewitt smartly backs it up. Pulls it to Burley. Alec Miller running on, throws it over to O'Gorman. O'Gorman to Miller. Miller down to Cree. Cree to Miller. To O'Gorman. O'Gorman to Burley. Back to O'Gorman. Down to Burley. Down to Talcott. Talcott back to Burley. Near side of the net. Now back behind. Looking near the crease to Kobe Cree. Kobe Cree throws it to Hewitt. Hewitt all the way across to Burley. If Burley didn't have to jump for that, he's probably going to shoot. Burley shoots anyways, and Burley scores. Burley knocks this up at 12-12. Potsdam goal scored by number 43, Alex Burley. This game is all knotted up at 12 with 2:45 left to play. Shanley tosses it up back between his legs. Oneonta pops up with it. That's number 16, Dominic Koski.
19, I believe, on the far side.
McDevitt has the ball on the far side. He's waiting for all his attackers to come on the field as well, too. He waves Maslin off. Waves off Cannon. McDevitt calling in. Spins at the crease. Getting resistance from Woodrow. McDevitt throws it over to Maslin. Maslin throws to Cannon. Oh, Cannon almost, and he does cop it up, but he pops back up with it. Fortunately, Potsdam recovers, saves it from crashing the net. They got 31 on the shot clock. Cannon with it. Oh, and there's going to be a penalty on that one. So, Oneonta is going to go on the man advantage. And,
Shot, 37.
And Gallagher pops up with it after the Maslin shot.
Ball in a 30, and then who shot it?
So Gallagher pops up with the ball.
Assist.
And comes up with the goal. Connor Gallagher puts the 13 on the board and puts Oneonta up by 1.
So 30 picked it up himself and came around and scored. Yes.
Oneonta goal scored by number 30, Connor Gallagher. We're going to come to the face-off here. Timothy Shanley squaring off against Woodrow of Potsdam. Oneonta goes back up by 1 with 1:37 left to play. And Potsdam is going to gain possession of the ball. Hewitt picks it up. He tosses over to Miller. And we're going to get a timeout. So, Potsdam's going to talk things over right here. We got 1:33, 76 on the shot clock. They're down by 1. Looking to tie this game up. This is a crucial possession for Potsdam. Berkman does a great job of calling timeout here to keep his guys composed, come up with a game plan so that they can try to even this game up. Oneonta coach obviously over here talking about the defense. Wouldn't be surprised if they're going to go for 2 guys on Hewitt, which they have been doing. Anytime Hewitt's been getting the ball, they've been dropping 2 guys in on top of him. So, we'll take a quick break. We'll get right back to the action. And we're headed back into the action right now. 1:33 left to play in the 4th. Oneonta leads by 1. Potsdam with possession in the offensive zone.
Where's the ball?
Hewitt's going to start with the ball. He tosses over to Miller. Miller over to Burley. Burley looks down to Talcott. Talcott swings it around to Walsh. Back to Talcott. Back to the top. Goes to Talcott. Talcott to Walsh. Cree. Cree to Hewitt. Hewitt all the way across to Burley. Burley met with the resistance. Miller to Burley. Burley comes around. Miller. Miller shoots and save Oneonta. So Oneonta could run it down here. They don't have to shoot, but Potsdam's going to have to put on the pressure if they're going to make them cough the ball up. So they're going to have to make Oneonta make a mistake. And they do just that. Hewitt comes up with the ball. He's headed straight to the net. He's not going to waste any time. And he shoots and he scores! Josh Hewitt knocks it up at 13. 41 seconds left on the clock.
Ball, Potsdam 11. Potsdam 11, goal 0041.
That's a Potsdam goal scored by number 11. His 10th point of the game and career high, number 11, Josh Hewitt. We got a timeout coming to Potsdam. Sorry for the excitement over the microphone, but this has been a super exciting game. I love to see two teams battle it out down to the last second here. So we're at 41 seconds left coming into the face-off. Shanley's going to face off for Oneonta. Right now, Potsdam needs to beat Shanley on this face-off. He's been lights out, controlled much of it. So if Potsdam can regain possession here, they can build in for a shot. No matter who's going to get this is going to be one of those last 10 seconds where the shot's going to come off. Both coaches are probably discussing that right now. We'll get back to the action in just a second. We are coming down to the last 41.1 seconds of the fourth quarter. Both teams are looking for that extra goal. Oneonta playing for home field advantage. Potsdam playing to get into this game. Even if they were to go up and win this game right now, it gets them into the playoffs, but not necessarily a home field. Shanley pops up with it. He's coming downfield. He's got Cannon. Potsdam's giving him a lot of pressure. Oneonta is going to call a timeout in the offensive zone. So with 31.9 seconds, game knotted up, 13-13. Crucial possession for Oneonta right here.
This is why we play sport.
Technically, even if Potsdam wins this game by 1 goal, Oneonta will gain home field advantage going into.
They've still got a, let's see, this would put us each at 4-1. We each got a game left, so I guess it would be. You're not on right? Okay. Well, yeah, it would put us each at 4-1, and then we'd each have 1 game left. And if we ended up 5-1, a 1-goal victory for us would still give Oneonta the top seed.
Right. So if Potsdam were to pull this out, it comes down to the last game. Potsdam wins, Oneonta loses. Potsdam will earn the home field advantage. If Potsdam wins today and both teams win next week, Oneonta gets home field advantage. So a lot on the line on this game right now. This can decide who's going to the semifinals of the SUNYAC championships. Potsdam pulls this game out. We know that these two teams will be in the SUNYAC championship semifinal game. So here we go. Last 31.9 seconds, 13-13. Oneonta with the ball, sitting in Cannon's stick right now. Cannon's going to hold, and this is exactly what they're going to do. They're going to run off all the time on the clock so they can get the last shot. So Faye creeping up near him. Cannon starts to make his move, loses the wheel, gets back up. He's met by another Potsdam defender. And great block by the Potsdam defense. Potsdam picks it up. They're coming downfield. They've got 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, just high. We are going to overtime in this game for the golden goal. Potsdam tries to throw off a quick shot.
Down there, well, he blocked the pass. 21 had it blocked. It was knocked down.
Yeah, number 6.
Number 6?
Yep.
So that was Cam Talcott that took the last shot there. Shot it. He just tried to get it off really quick. He dished off to Talcott. Talcott shoots just a little bit high. So now we go to overtime, 13-13. Anybody scores in this right here, it's over.
Potsdam, 6.
We'll get back to the action in just a second. We're coming out of regulation and going into extra. Shanley's going to face off against Woodrow. Next goal wins. So many different things on the line right here. Woodrow and Shanley about to square off. Whistle comes, ball's up, Shanley pops up with it, and he keeps. He throws down to McDevitt. McDevitt pulls down into the corner. He's crashing right at the net and pulls in towards the crease. Maslin comes around. Maslin back to McDevitt. McDevitt keeps. He's on the far side of the field. Looking back to the top to Gallagher. Gallagher looks to Cannon. Cannon puts his move on. He's heading around the right now. Throws it over to McDevitt. McDevitt, he looked in. Pulls back away. Throws it to Faye. Faye on the far side. They got 40 on the shot clock. Faye keeps. Throws back to Maslin. Maslin near side, comes back towards the top, spins back down. He throws to Faye. Faye gets a mild screen from Cannon. Faye comes around and he shoots super high right there. That ball wouldn't have hit a soccer goal. Oneonta keeps it, Maslin with it. Cannon, they got 15 on the shot clock. Cannon coming around, he's going to come around the crease. And save. Cannon got a stick hit. They don't see it. Clark's coming down. He's wide open. He throws to Miller. Miller looks to Hewitt. Hewitt, he's going to crash at the net. And he pulls away. He's got Walsh cutting through the middle, but he decides to keep. So we're going to go with the timeout right here for Potsdam. Potsdam with control of the ball in the offensive zone. I don't know about you all, but my heart is racing and pumping right now. This has just been an exciting game to call. I'm glad I get to be here and be a part of this opportunity to watch great lacrosse. 13-13, 3:28 left to play in the overtime. Okay, we're about to come out of the timeout here. Berkman is still drawing up the plan for his players. Oneonta seems to have their plan together. They're dropping 4 in low towards the net, 2 towards the top. Oneonta looks to defend this attack right here. Reber's running it over. He's going to pick the ball up. Reber's got Talcott, Hewitt, Cree, Walsh, and Burley. Reber looks to the top. He throws to Talcott. Talcott throws to Burley. Burley down to Walsh. Walsh back to Burley. Burley to the top to Talcott. Down to Burley. Down to Walsh. Walsh looks to Cree. Cree's got Hewitt. Hewitt going on the attack. He spins again. Throws to Burley. Burley, and shoots wide left. Wide left, going to stay with Potsdam. Talcott's going to pick up the ball. Hewitt did a great job of drawing a lot of attention from the Oneonta players. Throws to Cree. Cree to Hewitt. Back to Cree. Back to Hewitt. Back to Reber. Reber to Hewitt. Hewitt to Cree. He throws to Talcott. Talcott to the top to the point to Reber. Hewitt mishandles and ball goes out of bounds. Oneonta about to go on the attack. 2:37 left in the overtime. Hewitt was thinking crash right at the net. Turned his head just a little bit too quick. Stevie holds it, tosses it up to his player, and ball is popped out into the middle of the field. Hey, there was an offsides there, and they missed that. So Potsdam picks up the ball. Clark headed downfield. He looks to the left, throws it off to Hewitt. Hewitt is going to hold up. He's going to let the offense set up. Walsh is running onto the field right now. Throws it down to Cree. Over to Hewitt. Hewitt to Reber, back to Hewitt. Hewitt, wow, with a laser, misses just to the left. Walsh is going to pick it up. Potsdam retains possession. That did skip off the goalie's net, so they get a new shot clock here. Burley with the ball. Throws it to Talcott. Talcott to Burley. Burley to Walsh. Walsh back to Cree. Cree over to Hewitt. Hewitt back to Cree. Throws it back to Hewitt. Throws back to Cree. And he shoots from the corner, just a little bit high. Potsdam will retain possession, 53. Why not? Take the opportunity. A goal ends it. Walsh with the ball. Takes instructions from his coach. Looks to Burley. Burley's going to hold up. They got 40 seconds left on the clock. Burley throws it to the top to Reber. Reber back to Burley. Back to Reber. Burley to Hewitt. Hewitt shoots, and it's blocked by Oneonta. Ball goes out of bounds. 25 left on the shot clock. Hewitt with the ball. He's got 20 to go in the shot clock as he comes back on the field. Looks to the top, goes to Reber, Reber to Burley. Burley's going to spin, loses the wheel, gets back up and shoots, and it goes off the bar. Fortunately, picked up by Potsdam. Hewitt, he's got a new shot clock. He's got 40 seconds left on the clock, so they can run out the shot clock on this, take the last shot of this overtime. Reber to Burley, 21. And Walsh shoots wide right. Cree's going to come up with it. He was open, and he did make he made a great opportunity to take the shot, just shot a little bit wide. Cree throws into Hewitt, Hewitt up to Reber, back to Hewitt, back to Cree to Talcott, Walsh shoots, and it goes bounce off the post. Ball still on the ground. Burley is going to pop up with it. Hewitt pops up with it. We've got 7 left on the clock. Reber's got it. He's got to look in deep right now. He's got Hewitt. Hewitt's going to shoot, and ball is saved. We got a Oneonta player down on the field slightly. You got to feel for both of these teams. These guys are working extra hard in this overtime. So we're going to go into a critical second overtime. Broken stick out on the field. Both benches going to their respective sides. Another great overtime. It's still knotted up 13-13. They'll switch sides here. Potsdam will be shooting at the left, Oneonta at the right. We'll be back to the action in just a second. Coming back to the action, we've got a doozy of a game between the Oneonta Red Dragons and the Potsdam Bears. Knotted up 13-13, headed into the second overtime. Again, a critical face-off coming. Shanley's going to square off against Briley Frederick. You can feel the energy just between these two teams right now, the tension and the excitement. All right, so we go. Shanley, he loses it. Ball goes up. Potsdam's got it. Dishes it over the top of his shoulder. Picks it up by Frederick. Frederick's got it, and he gets chopped from behind. And there will be a foul on the play. There's no penalty. It is a foul. It's just Potsdam's going to pick it up here. Cree comes up with it. Cree to Reber. Reber's going to wait for Miller to come running on. Talcott at the far side, top of the right. Miller headed over to the far side as well, too. He throws to Miller. Miller looks down to Walsh. Walsh to Miller. Back to Walsh. Back to Miller. Back to Talcott. Talcott back to Miller. Miller still has it, just mishandled just a little bit. Throws down to Walsh. Walsh throws to Cree. Cree's going to dish to Hewitt. Hewitt's isolated here on this side of the net. He's probably going to spin back, and he loses the ball. He doesn't know he lost it. Ball's still out. Ball's picked back up in the middle of the field. Who's going? Oh my gosh! Over the back shot, or behind the back shot. Ball's in the crease. Hewitt comes up with it. And we got a timeout on Potsdam. That was the wildest reverse shot I have ever seen. We'll be back to the action. As with Both teams head back out onto the field. Potsdam's going to retain possession. 2 wild shots going in there before the timeout. One behind the back that almost trickled in. The next one was a one-hander behind the back over the shoulder that just went a little bit wide, was knocked down. Hewitt came up with the ball. Now Cree starts it off. Hewitt's got the ball. We got a fresh shot clock. Throws it over to Reber. Reber to Talcott. Talcott to Burley. Burley looks down to Walsh. Back to Burley. Back to Talcott. Back to Burley. Back to Walsh. Walsh to Cree. Cree to Hewitt. Hewitt, he shoots wide right. That was high and to the right. Hewitt wants it. He wants to be the one that puts this last one in. I don't blame him. Reber. Reber to Walsh. Walsh to Burley. Burley to Hewitt. Hewitt draws attention. Thinks about it. He was going to go low. Had 2 guys converge on him. Hewitt still with the ball. Spin move. Spin move. Backing his guy in. Shoots and scores! Oh my gosh! Josh Hewitt falling down. Scores from the right side back to the left. That knocks it up for Potsdam. Potsdam is going to the playoffs. I apologize for yelling. SUNY Potsdam wins 14-13 in the second overtime. What a great fought game by Oneonta. Oneonta, right now, both teams are fighting for home field advantage, but both of these teams are going to the SUNYAC semifinals. What a great goal by Josh Hewitt. That's a Potsdam goal and game winner! Number 11, Josh Hewitt! Folks, I'm signing off. I'm going to go home and drink a lot of water and a lot of Gatorade. That was a beautiful game. What a great ending. We appreciate you all watching. Good luck to the Red Dragons and good luck to the Potsdam Bears.